What was that all about?
You think Umuti?
I don't know. I don't know. What's it
Skiba, let me tell you. I'm not gonna mention and somebody's name, ne?
Yeah.
But it happened at Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because he says, Emuna, we saw you wearing this and you have something in the socks. I used to play something in the socks, but not Mote. Listen.
What is it? We don't know. Tell us.
What is it?
Tula, ngizokubonisa indlela.
Tukhethi ibhokisi kuvele phuma overking no happy jele. Tukhethi ibhokisi kuvele phuma overking no happy jele. Bavula isikhwama esikhulu bakhipha isikhwama esincane, bavala isikhwama esikhulu bavula isikhwama esincane. Bakhipha iDiski Dine, bakhipha amaguest kanokusho. Wozobona wozobuka wozobona wozobuna wozobona wozobuka. Ezodlala iDiski Dine.
It's another edition of iDiski Dine, and this time I've got a question for you. How do you define a legend? Is it the number of goals they score? Is it the moment you remember? Or maybe is it the amount of games that they've played for a certain club? How about maybe 33 derbies? We're still gonna have a conversation around that around this table. Welcome to another edition of iDiski Dine. I'm Obi Nose, and of course, as usual, Happy Chele is in the building. And this time around, he's brought someone special. As you heard, the introduction I just gave you. But let me give the ropes to Happy, and he will let us know who's this individual that he's invited onto the table to dine with us as we're breaking bread with the stars. My brothers.
How are you, my brother?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm okay, brother.
Tell us. This brother that you have here.
Sfigile food, I'll tell you.
Sure.
Food. And I'd like to thank Mozambik Restaurant for giving us the space to shoot, you know, and also to the viewers. The support, thank you for always liking and commenting in our platform. We really like it, and you are the people that push us more and more to do more and invite a lot of people to come.
Like this guy.
Oops, Namusha, I brought someone. Shaipa to plan. Willard Katsande.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, skippers, for inviting me here. And hello, everyone, the viewers. Thank you, Mozambique, for having us here.
We're in Mozambique, not at home.
For sure.
How you been, Willard? I mean, thank you so much for being here. But we know that, one of the first things you said when you arrived here was that you're enjoying retirement.
Yeah.
How's that been?
Yeah, obviously, sometimes, when you're a footballer, especially when you're in a pro football is boring.
Boring?
Boring? What do you mean it's boring?
Because your life is programmed. Because you need to wake up, skipper. 6 o'clock, you wake up, you prepare, you go to training, you do this and this. Fridays, you go to camp, match, recovery. You don't have time to go out there. Maybe sometimes you need to go out with the kids. Sometimes you need to go to the mall. Imagine Uhamba mall when you lost a derby. A derby. They said, hey, Baba, was that visa? Yeah. So meaning your life is limited. So that's why I call it boring. In a way, you are more like rigid, more programmed. So in a retirement space, nobody come to me like, hey, Baba, where's this?
Sure.
But it's a kumbula.
They miss you in the field.
But retirement, you are a Kaizer Chiefs legend. There's always people that comes to you and say, why ungakhulumi namachita? Why ungayenzi why ungabuyeli uyodlala? Because
sure.
Your body is still fresh.
Sure, yeah, that one is keep on. It's like maybe you are the one sending them to ask me, because that question, trust me, it's an everyday question. Yeah. Wherever you go, like now, I take kids to school. You go, maybe I need to grab a coffee in a restaurant like this. They'll ask you, hey, Baba, asbuyen we nanu ban. At least I'll go 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's still another pain I'm still dealing with. That's why there's no rest as well. But it's something we are dealing with almost every single day. Kaizer Chiefs supporters, they love us. They appreciate what we've done to the club. That's why they feel like we can still be there. But Home Affairs says no, it's a no.
Is it Home Affairs or is the legs?
Home Affairs is edge.
Oh,
you know
okay.
how it is.
Home Affairs is legs.
You know, it's Home Affairs. Because my legs,
But less than 8,
I was still feeling fresh. And I know my body, you know, we've seen these top athletes in the world. You can see they're not like the way they were when they were 23, 20, but here, the experience, you can't buy it. You have to earn it. So we have a tendency of saying, okay, when a player reaches 35, they feel like, they'll make sure you feel like you are sitting on a wheelchair in a way. So as a player, you start thinking in that, okay, maybe I'm closer to my days. We all love football, but at the same time, you know, we knew that this day is gonna come for us, you know, to play. But I'm happy. I don't regret.
Sure.
My friend, how many hours are there? I need to rest. I need to rest. Trust me, I need to rest. So I'm happy.
Sure. And do you feel like you prepared well enough for retirement? Do you feel like you had enough time, you know, to prepare yourself for this retirement phase?
You know, retirement phase, it doesn't come where you're expecting. Like I said earlier, it's sort of like the system or the situation drives you towards that to make a certain decision about that. But for me, I feel like I wanted to play maybe 1 or 2 seasons, but now I've accepted.
Sure.
And I'm starting to take those positive steps to say, you know what, this is my journey, this is the new me. I'm regaining my freedom, if I may say, because it was tough. Our era was, the last days were not good.
Yeah.
Because you lost a match.
You feel you should have played more,
Yes.
more years?
Yeah, I should have played more years, but you know, our last days of playing was not good because when the team loses, because you have the
but
leadership,
you reached the CAF final.
they
though,
come to you.
You've reached a lot of milestones in your career.
Yeah, when I sit here, me and you eating on this table, trust me, I feel proud.
Do eat as well.
I feel proud, like yes, I've accomplished something. I feel like at some point, you know, I was a French player at Ajax, coming to Chiefs and leave a mark. You know, you look back now when you're in a neutral point of view, like, okay, the numbers are looking good. I've done A, B, C, D. Like last night I was watching our MTN final. It was good. And you look back and say, okay, whenever there's no matches during off-season or FIFA break, they play those games, I can easily point to my kids, oh, this is me. The difference is now, I had the cheese cup. Now
you gotta fail.
So now, yeah, so
serious.
yeah, serious now, man. Because those days I can't keep hair because it's heavy. Imagine playing a dab with hair, but it's tough.
So that was the difference. You felt like you had to catch your hair because it was a bit of weight.
Yes, that's the Oh, but like even my first dab, remember I told you my first dab was the best teacher because I came in as a sub MTN. FNB.
Yeah.
I'm a village boy, I don't know anything. It's like maybe the stadium management, they switch off the lights for me. I'm playing the dark alone because I didn't know anything. I'd never experienced the life of a big team. Serious. When are you guys, when you come, if I look back at that game, you guys are so chilled because maybe you grew up understanding and maybe it was not your first derby. So for me, but that was the turning point for me. Yes, like, this is not a child's play.
Yeah.
But
that's when you recognize that I'm playing for the big team.
Yes, and that's why people says Chiefs, Pirates, man, it's just 3 points, my friend.
It's not
they
just 3
never
points.
went inside. They must ask those. Whoever went inside, they'll tell you like, you know what, this is a lifestyle. It's not just a game. It's more than a game.
Towards you departing Kaizer Chiefs, you then joined Sekhukhune United, you know, and I think you also might have had the same experience. I mean, you leaving, you know, Pirates to go to. In all due respect, a lower team, you know, not as much resources as Kaizer Chiefs would have, you know. How was that? How did the decision come about? And following that, you became the club ambassador as well. How did that go about as well?
You know, my journey with Kaizer Chiefs ended up just after the Champions League final.
Sure.
And you know, then it was time for the younger ones to take this ticket to move forward. I feel like we reached the end. And talking, I was friends with Sekhukhune owner Jonas Malaji. So he said, I just came into PSL. Please, can you help me to survive relegation?
Experience
so,
and all of that.
So the task was easier because I'm coming from a high demanding environment,
Sure.
whereby making into top 8 is not enough. Now saving relegation, I feel like, no, man.
You can
This
do
is for me. This is for me, Mr. CEO. I'll give you my soul. I tried my level best, and the team survived. You know, when they survived, you feel like, okay, we need to occupy you in the what? In this space of ambassador, because they wanted to take the brand to another level. Yeah, I executed my duties. Obviously, you know, everything comes to an end. The club is taking different direction. No bad blood. Strictly business, you know. We were business partners. They don't owe me anything. I don't owe them anything. But I enjoyed my time at Sekhukhune, though it was short. But the most important thing is to enjoy. And that's when I started to realize, like, there's life out there. Like now, you know, it's a drawile baba. I can't have big pants. Guys, so food class.
But you still feel it.
Yes, you still feel it because you're still holding that, because you know in Chiefs closer to 11 years, when a draw is not enough, you can go there. It's like an elephant. There are elephants in the village. It's totally different. Sekhukhune draw against Pirates. Asimnandi, Asizamil. You understand? It draw versus Cape Town City. Are we okay? But my friend, Chiefs draw against Royal Aim with all due respect to the other teams. My friend, is not enough. One win is not enough. 2 wins is not enough. 1 cup is not enough. He knows. We are at the same level. He knows.
Yeah, he knows it very well.
He knows.
Yeah,
so there at Ajax, at Sekhukhune, I felt like, I can go 6 seasons because I was light. I was feeling light.
So I'm a shoulder.
Sikipile, I'm an elephant. Serious, I'm telling you. That's when I'm like, okay. It's good, but you know, when you know, as a footballer, you need to challenge yourself. So playing under, for Chiefs Pirates, you know, the demands are high, and also makes you grow as a person, as a leader. Even life after football, you can overcome certain pressure because you were living under knife every time and again, and you always find a way to dug that knife. So. It changed me as a human being, you know. As much as there was pressure, but you also know how to deal with it. And you know, imagine, like I said, if there was no pressure, playing 1 game, 1 good season, maybe I was not gonna have good 3-4 seasons. But when you play good today, Happy can confess, you're one hell of a right back in the country. Tomorrow they'll buy another right back. My line. That's the life of a big team. So it improves you how to deal with these kind of things. So but
they want toes all the time.
All the time. So for me, I feel like okay, I enjoyed, and the way I went at Sekhukhune, I enjoyed as well. Though it was a short, but it's two different environments.
You brought leadership in the team, and you can see the way they've joined the Betway Premiership. Since you've joined Sekhukhune from lower division, they've started to compete now. They started to compete, which is some of you guys who come from the big team, the leadership that you brought there. I think it helps the team now. Look at now, they were playing a confed, so they always want to be part of
improving as well.
They always number 3, number 4, which is good. I think there's something that you brought in the team.
Yeah, exactly. You know, obviously, like the CEO and the chairman made it clear that they wanted to survive relegation, and with your experience and your leadership, and you remember you're coming from a big team and you're a leader, and we managed to say, if you can keep me in the league. I think we finished in top 8, if I'm not mistaken. Thereafter, the team never went down, so the team is competitive. It's only now the team just have to win a trophy, so that to compensate the chairman and everybody behind the scenes to say, okay, this is our project, because you could see those people, they really love football. The people from Sekhukhune.
They were close to winning a trophy when they lost in the Nedbank Cup final against Pirates.
That
handball, handball in the penalty that Pirates got.
Handball's the handball.
We'll
watch for kick the ball onto that guy's hand.
No, you see, as much as I was the ambassador by that time, as much as I wanted to win, you understand? As much as I wanted to win, because we were in the family. But now where I'm sitting now, if I look into it, Loch just use football IQ.
Sure, you saw the guy was down,
No matter which team we support, whatever, you know, football is about taking opportunities. You know, if they don't pick it up, your IQ, if he's benefiting the team, trust
Sure.
me, that's good. You know, but now like VAR is now.
Yeah.
Maybe you can review. But for that particular time, he was smart. That was a smart move. If I was in his shoes, I was gonna do that because look, it's a big team losing, and you need to find a way.
And it's a final as well.
And look,
must win.
Look,
And you need to take a risk sometimes.
look, that's where the moments of football are being won nowadays. Like those moments, it was towards halftime. If I'm not
it was the
mistaken.
first half.
Everybody,
Critical phases, yeah.
critical phase. Everybody, the mind is in the dressing room like, "Esh,
What's coach gonna
is
say?"
he right, man?"
yeah, 1-0
You forget that
second
there's
red.
some seconds left.
Yeah.
Then, boom, it happened. You know.
That's why they say football is the game of moments.
Yes. Remember, if you've seen even in Club World Cup, moments. You have your moment, I have my moment.
Sure.
Especially if you can manage your critical phase of the game. Beginning of the game, towards the end of half time, beginning of second half,
Sure.
towards end of full time. And another critical phase people don't understand. As soon as you just scored, there's an
need to
opportunity to
defend.
score or concede. You know, so that those moments, if you can manage them, stay switched on in those moments, you bound to stand a chance. Because like now, we said with the technology we're having today, everybody got technology to see how good is this team.
Sure.
Can we guide each other? That's why you see Sundowns competing at the highest level. It's not by mistake. It's technology pushing them as well.
Sure.
Now everything is now closed, but you wait for those moments, critical phase and set plays.
Sure.
Everything is decided there.
I hear you. Skipper's going to open up, he's going to do an icebreaker. But before we get to that, there's a question that I need to ask you. Towards your end of the stint at Kaizer Chiefs, was this thing you do? First half, you play without long sleeve. Second half, you come back with a long sleeve. What was that all about?
You think Umuti?
I don't know. I don't know. What's it Muti?
Let me tell you. I'm not gonna mention and somebody's name, ne?
Yeah.
But it happened at Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because he says, Emuna, we saw you wearing this and you have something in the socks. I used to play something in the socks, but not Mote. Listen.
What is it? We don't know. Tell us.
What is it?
Tula, ngizokubonisa indlela. So that thing was ginger.
Ginger.
Ginger. Because sometimes, we're footballers. We drink Red Bull. And we don't eat much pre-match meal. So, as you don't eat much, and the Red Bull, you start eating your mkhudu.
Makes it dry.
Yeah, so my stomach sometimes gets painful. So, ginger. You treated it?
Yeah.
Yes, then sometimes I just I eat. So, not knowing that your teammate can what?
Can see.
He says, hey, Muna, give me this.
So, while you're in the field,
Yeah.
you're putting ginger in your socks.
Yeah.
So while we playing, you eat it.
He's having fun, my man.
Skipper.
Let's say a couple. Fella ginger you.
Yes, yeah. Yes.
There's something.
Are you an advocate
ways.
now? Yeah,
No, I'm not advocate.
Okay. Now
But I'm just saying. It's ginger yenza.
it's a treat, Amos. Mkhudu.
But we don't eat mkhodo before the game.
Yes, but it's treating. In my time
Mkhudu
is
is,
cramping.
stomach.
Yeah, my time is cramping. But if I eat that, I'm gonna be fine for 5-10 minutes again. Then I took it half time, same thing. But now coming to
I was about to say, answer my long sleeve question.
Yes. No, it was hot. It means real business. We're getting to another level. We were getting to another level. Yes, so it was getting to another
I
level.
hear you.
So second half you put long sleeve.
Yeah.
No,
or
short
first half?
sleeve. First
Second
half
half.
short sleeve. Second half long,
Long
sleeve.
sleeve.
Second half long sleeve.
Yeah.
First half short sleeve.
Yeah. You have a question?
I think two.
This current day.
I think two.
Okay. It's fine. Icebreaker, please.
So tell me now, Ndala. Igama le salt and pepper phuma.
Oh, salt and pepper. Listen. when you come to
Salt and
Chiefs,
pepper, baba.
oh, where Kenya salt and pepper.
Yeah, we've got you.
But uyayazi manze Derby nama terrible twins ako Jalino Manyisa.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, those were my friends. But anyway, the name came from this guy was a media officer of Chiefs, Lutando Sideko. So every time when a new player comes, they always introduce and give a nickname. Even Knowledge Msona was given a smiling assassin. So when I came in, Amazimba, Baliwe, Willards. Willards.
Oh,
I
So
see.
he tried to say, okay, cheese and onion, salt and vinegar. Then salt and vinegar was popular because sikenye tswai, no vinegar. Sometimes if there's a wound, then you put vinegar,
sure.
put salt. Hey.
Sure.
And so in the middle it was tough. So they said, hey, salt and vinegar, then it becomes good. Then the fence, it was out there. Now they say salt and pepper. Now it's going. It's going and going and going, yeah.
So salt and pepper should ile hammer time.
No, I was aggressive. There's a difference between a hammer.
aggressive.
A lion is not rough.
Yeah.
A lion is aggressive. So there's a difference between rough and aggressive. And a lion is not friendly.
Yeah.
You know that very well. Ibumbeza namngani.
Sure.
Yes, so serious. Even Ushaba, I tell you today, when there's an issue, they called me at the office like Katsande mustn't train with 6 pin. Baxter says no. He trains the way he plays.
Yeah.
So I was the first one to be chosen in small sided. Because
Like,
it's a game
play
on.
against you.
It was game on. Our
No,
generation
to play
in Chiefs,
against
ne?
you.
Yeah.
They won last won the league. When we train, my friend. We were serious. And nothing personal, but we were just improving each other. When you dribble, you must know that you've worked hard.
Yeah.
If you don't dribble me, I'm coming for the way I'm gonna come for Tiko Modise on Sunday. I'm coming for you. So they said,
So already you prepare yourself on the week.
yeah.
before you play
So
the game.
it's always like that. So fans are always creative.
So tell me, how many W's did you play?
According to my counting, it's 33. According to my counting,
33.
yeah, and they are consecutive.
So it means you are the highest player who played Derby
yeah.
at Kaizer Chiefs.
How are you counting? Were you counting this by game by game?
Uyahlanganisa i-Black Label.
I
or
Black Label
only-
ngihlale benchini abangivotela you pirate supporters are the one voting for me to sit down because babuza Black Label too much because remember for you to vote ne
You have to be a Black Label drinker.
yes pirates
Okay.
pirate supporters babuza Black Label too much. They know that I was just a difficult person for them.
So they were voting for someone else
Yes,
to play.
but now my Chief supporters, they know that it's half time. It must vote Katsande to come
Sure,
in to
and
solve
change
some
the game.
situation. Not to change the game. I was not a game changer. Game changer was sharp, and then me, I was
Sure.
just solving some situations.
For them.
Yeah, for them to have that.
To shine.
Yes, when you sit on the Bentley, you don't know what's in the engine. If the oil is going in and out nicely,
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
But you're just cruising.
So Shaba is not the one that have a lot of Derbies.
For me, I feel like that's my I'm talking about my numbers. My numbers is 33. According to my counting, 33.
So you're counting game by game then?
Yeah,
One.
not the Black Label.
Not game, yeah, not Black
Yeah.
Label.
Official Betway
Yeah, and
Premiership.
mine are consecutive, if I'm not mistaken.
So you didn't miss any derby since you
Yeah,
started?
since I
the
started.
first-
So
Yeah.
lingana nama Derby one.
Ha? So ngidlalile baba. But that history is going to be tough to be removed by this
other
generation, eh?
Sure.
It's tough, we're sitting here, eating here in Mozambique, talking about the derbies, but the most important thing is like to leave a mark is good. Because look, we've seen lots of players having one good season. Next season, they are actually opposite of what they were last season. So, the third season, they are not there anymore. So, if you are saying that I'm equaling, even if I come second, even if I come third, fifth,
Yeah.
the fact that I'm there, hey, bro, I'm gonna tell my kids when I'm having a big tummy like this, like, you know what, this fixture, I once played that, my friend, that fixture is big.
Sure.
big.
It's not
Which one
only
stands
yes,
out? Which
yeah.
one stands out for you out of all the 33 that you've played? Which one stands out the most for you?
The one stand out is the one I scored.
Which one?
Muna usikushile 1-0.
No, but there's a lot of games that we've played.
There's
Remind me.
only there's only 2 I scored. I'm talking about the ones I scored. The one, Baba. It was a corner kick. We prepared this corner kick.
Was a header.
Yes, everybody was focusing on Mato and Mashama because those guys, they can head. Me, I was just marked by Manisa, no Nchumailo. So I just jumped, my friend. If they were just
fun, eh?
yes, back post. Everybody was there, and I could see my friend. He just
No, I remember.
Manisa dive with it inside. No, but that was a good derby for me because you know scoring in a derby. Why I single it because
I don't know.
He knows the noise.
I'm not for real derby.
Yeah.
I scored in
He
Yes.
says you know the noise. You
Do you know
understand
the
what
noise?
it means.
It's a kick 40.
Yes.
Special one.
Yes. You see, it's nice, right?
It's a special one. Guys, it's a special one.
Trust
That
me,
one.
that goal.
Special.
That goal is. Yeah. You're gonna have a problem. Listen. Trust me. That's my highlight. The derby, the one I scored. It was nice.
Okay.
I don't wanna lie. It was nice. Then from there, Tina were very good at closing shot because Pirates, no matter derby, no matter how bad you were previous 3 games, derby is a derby. You go in a derby, you're having a running a bad form. My friend, derby is totally different. Don't expect the Pirates you saw previous game. They bring a game always because there's pride at stake. So scoring in a derby was special for me.
Skipper, how did you feel though? Because Willard is mentioning how the derby, is. But us as fans, we're always disappointed, or it got to a point where we knew that Izopela a draw. It's always going to be a draw. It's always going to be a draw. For you guys as players, like Willard is saying, a draw's never enough,
It's never enough as when you're playing for a big team. They're expecting a lot. Obviously, the fans and the team expecting a lot. When Chiefs and Pirates meet, it doesn't matter. The previous game, we would see udlale kanjani, because those 2 teams are from Soweto. So ziyabuya.
Sure.
You feel it on the day of the week. On Monday, if we play on Saturday, you feel it from Monday that we're playing a derby. Some of the players, bayalunga, umuntu bekalimela aphole manje.
Sure, wants to play in the derby.
Wants to play the derby because the derby is a big game and it's watched by a lot of people.
Sure.
From Africa, in the world.
In Europe as well, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, in fact, inkulu kabi le game le mfethu. So,
I hear.
and the pressure, it's there, man.
Sure.
The pressure, and it also sometimes it breaks you or it lifts you for the rest of the season.
Sure.
Because other players, when they play derby and they're not doing well,
It breaks them the rest of the season.
it's the rest of the season.
No, I hear.
Yeah, what Skipper is saying, let me just add on what Skipper is saying. It make and break you, you're right. After the one I told you that the management switched off the lights for me, not playing, after losing, it was an MTN final. I had 6 months without even sitting on the bench. Trust me.
How?
Yes, I didn't make it.
This was after your first derby.
Yes,
After the first derby,
yeah, the
you
day,
stay 6 months.
Yeah, the day I came, actually not like, because remember you beat us it was Saturday, the MTN final. Then midweek we went to play Ajax. Then Saturday we played the league. We beat you 2-1. These 2 derbies were ugly. Especially the first one was bad. The second one I came in as a sub. Baloy Jali kicked Baloy, Lucky Baloy in 13 minutes, and people were whistling at me in the final like, hey, I just came in and somebody just saying, oh. When you get the ball now Pirates, they are closing all the possibility, leaving me to receive the ball. When I get the ball, because I'm nervous, I'm coming from the village. Hey, Baba.
They press you.
Oh, yeah, Baba. Did ever receive the ball and go down? Then the second derby was the next week, the following Saturday, and Baloy got injured in 13 minutes. I came in without having a warm-up.
Sure.
That was my second game with Chiefs. It was worse than the first one. Because the fear, I know what kind of fixture is this.
Sure.
And the fear is building and you're reading. Remember internet. You're reading and they're telling you from home. You understand? Then that one was bad. We beat you 2-1. But for me, personally, it was ugly. Then from there, I sit six months. The only time I came back was when Jimmy was suspended. And I was
you had to play right back.
And I was in the team. And no, I was not. I was also on standby because the players are not there. Then the Dominic Isaacs get sick. Was going to play right back. And I'm already here. Yeah, you can so up there. But hey, Tate Katsande, coach back phone. Here's the Vivi. Who coach the Vivi?
Yeah.
It's like my way or no way.
Yeah,
You see, hey, you're playing right back. I never trained that position in my life. I say, you know what, coach, I'll do it.
Sure.
Hey, but I manage. And I tell father, Nengo Masha, like, if you don't cover me, I know nothing here. I'm going to be exposed again.
Yeah, please help me.
Help me. I told him, you're number 6, help me. Help me. Seriously, help me in 90 minutes. That's when I redeem. So I'm trying to touch base on the point you say, Skipper, it will make you or break you. Trust me, if I was, let's say, somebody drinks, I was going to lose it there. Because trust me, 6 months you're going to training, you're not even sitting on the team. And that day when I went to camp, I left my suitcase at home because I know that I'm
not going to play. So
you're in. That coach, he knows him. Vivi. I said, borrow me a pants, borrow me a golf shirt, borrow me a jacket. I don't even take it. Hey, I didn't even eat rush because I don't want to disappoint him. That's how difficult it was. So that's what I'm saying. It will break or make you.
Sure.
If it loves you, it loves you. But I redeem myself. Then from there, next derby, I know exactly. You know what?
You know what the job is.
Yeah.
I need to give my best.
Sure.
Here. I need to give my best here.
So who was the toughest opponent? Maybe the team or the player?
In the league or the derby?
Overall.
Yes, I meet difficult players. In local, I would say Manyisa was a bit a problem because, you know, Prime Manyisa was very good. And Tiko, they know how to operate in the small spaces. They know how to drag you out of position. You know, in Africa there was Abdreka from Ali.
Ooh.
That's
also
my
you
main.
That's
my main
now
player.
I've raised my hand also.
Yeah, that's my main player. I was marking him as a 6. You know,
player.
I wouldn't mention a defensive midfielder because you meet once in a while. Let's be honest, because you'll be protecting your teams from far.
Sure.
You know, but Abtreka was more like your playmaker, your 10.
Yeah.
So he was unbelievable.
Sure.
If you want to know about him, just go to his country and go to YouTube. You see how unbelievable he was. So he was tops. So those are my toughest. Yes, even Arsene Wenger, tried to sign him. He says no, I'm not leaving this. He was and his prime also. That's when they won the AFCON back to back.
Yeah.
With Egypt. Yeah, but he was a hell of a good player.
The toughest challenge of the field that affects your performance.
When my mom died, and the team had to rush me to come to play a derby.
Really?
Yeah, because you know, not like the team was wrong. Because obviously I wanted some distraction. Because I lost my mom. My mom was my pillar because my dad died when I was 9. So raised by a widow who was a vendor. You know, she raised me. And to be
you're not vendor?
No, she was a vendor. We used to sell
sorry.
Yeah, so you know, selling vegetables, reselling fruits, go to the market and resell in the street sugar cane. And even to sell sugar, in 2 kg of sugar, I know how many cups of sugar in the 2 kg of sugar. I know. I was a businessman.
Sure.
So you were a businessman long time ago.
Situation.
Yeah.
So and my mom and I know. I had to understand the situation of hardship at a young age. You know, there's my boy I move with. If you see my Instagram, there's a boy. He's a bit chubby. He's bigger than me.
Yeah.
He's my sister's son, but I call him my younger brother because my sister was pregnant when she was 15 and gave birth when she was 16. So I had to leave junior football, go play to get money to wash the nappies. Back then there was no Kimbis.
Yeah, sure. You had to...
So my mom was there, you know, in those hardship, you know, and at some point she went to stay in the village because we didn't afford anything. She only came when I came to Chiefs. When she said, "Oh, this is the house, there's a TV," you know, she knows every game of Kaizer Chiefs. Even sometimes she sent me voice notes like, "Hey, my friend, the way you kick is too much." You know,
you're hitting other kids.
You see the sacrifice that footballers do sometimes.
Yeah.
I remember also I had this similar situation. Like I lost my grandma, and I had to go to play the game.
So she was so close to you. It's become personal.
She was close to me.
It's become emotional and it's so tough. And then I had to rush come back. I think I buried my mom when it was on Sunday. Then we were playing Derby next Saturday. Then I had to come. I think I started training Wednesday, Thursday. But to overcome that, those who know me, they could see my body language. I was not okay.
Sure.
You know, so it was tough. And it takes me time to recover. Even now, sometimes I break.
It comes.
Yeah, because you know, you're losing somebody who sacrificed a lot and somebody you were close to. So those are the toughest moments I overcome.
Which team you wish you've played for? In your career, maybe.
In my career? Yeah, back home, Dynamos.
You've never played for Dynamos?
That's why I say if I play for Dynamos, maybe I was going to handle the derby better because it's a big team.
Big team, yeah.
You understand? The pressure is more like the same, you know. So yeah, I feel like if I played for Dynamos.
What's your view actually of Zim football right now? Because I think you guys got a new minister of sport who's now part of SASCOP, the head of SASCOP now. There's a bit of change because also ZIFA itself made an agreement with Morocco. Now there's a lot of football happening in Zimbabwe. But what is your view of the local football down that side?
I think for now we at the moment just after the ban we're trying to redeem ourselves. Because look, if you look in the last 10-15 years, the last players were imported from Zim and going. You know, when you're coming to a South African league, you don't need to be a bench warmer. You need to bring something different to the league, to the country. You know, our generation were the guys who were commanding first team jazz. If you see from there, we start bringing players who were not ready, players who were not regulars. Then from there it stopped. Now we've got, back then we had 23 in Absa. It was used to be called Absa Premiership. But now we have maybe three? Yeah, 3, 4 if I'm not mistaken in the league. So you can see that our standard, we've lost shape.
Yeah.
So the leadership is trying to redeem. Obviously it happens in life, but it's about the reaction. So we are reacting in what you just mentioned, like we thinking we're going to take our football to different direction. Even us also, the retired people, we also need to acknowledge, like I said, I have a soccer school I'm busy with. If you see most of them, the kids are there, they are Zimbabweans who were born here, Zimbabweans who came when they were 3 years old. So it's also going to help going to national team or Zimbabwe. Like now in our soccer school, we send 4, 5, 17-year-olds. They are playing PSL at the moment in Zimbabwe. Yeah, so you can see that it's something I'm helping in a way to redeem our football. So we need to join hands. Because for me to be scouted by Chiefs, I was playing for my national team. Sure. So I owe to Zimbabwean football. So I think we're heading the right direction at the moment.
No, that's I don't know did I say SASCOC or did I say Olympics? Because I do know, I just forgot her name, the white lady who was just...
Kirsty.
Kirsty, yes. Kirsty is now the head of Olympics.
Yes.
And she's the first woman to actually sit in that office. So for her to be African and to be Zimbabwean and the changes that are happening in your sport, I'm sure it's something you guys are proud of. But I want to move it to you arriving in South Africa. You just mentioned now the hardships that you had to face with your mom and your younger sister and all of that. But coming to South Africa for to play for Ajax Cape Town, being part of that Fopetahan team at the time, you weren't really a starter during that period. But how was it like being part of that team, and how did you end up getting that move to Ajax as well?
At first, before I moved to Ajax, I came to try with SuperSport. That's when they were just let go Keke to Blom, and they sold as they should be some players again. I mean, some defensive midfielders.
I think Madubanya as well.
Madubanya. Yeah. So they were looking for number 6 central midfield. So I went there and tried. But by that time they were busy with African games, because those are the era they won 3 in a row championship.
Sure.
So I tried. So whilst I'm waiting for the time, my agent, Zikas now, may so rest in peace. He said there's another trial came by Ajax. They were looking for number 6. That's when they just sold Clifford Ngobeni to Pirates. Yes.
That time.
Yes. So I just went there. Luckily, they responded earlier than
The SuperSport.
the SuperSport. And also after that, what also derailed my breakthrough to the team, is I was
sorry to disturb. You came with Billiat at that time,
yeah, Billiat came in June. Me, I joined around July.
Okay.
So my work permit took time because Billiat, they managed to do it during pre-season.
Okay.
So it was quite easier because when the league is starting, those documents become a problem and everybody wants to do it. So it took time. By the time it came out, the team was doing well. So obviously, when the team is doing well, the proverbs of football. When the team is doing well, you cannot change it. You can't change it. So yeah, that's what. So I was now sitting on the bench. The coach converted Granada Scott to be from winger to central mid, and the team is winning. And that's the time we lost the league the last day. To you guys. You lucky, boss. Lucky. Usiloile ba. Uloile ubani. Once for back pass walala baba. He slipped baba. Back pass straight in the way the goalpost with it. I'm like, hey, I want to do some inquiries. Can I buy this house? Can I buy this car? Can I buy this money? And already I've seen, because we were not losing. By that time we gave you 3. So now if you win against Pirates, if you win against Chiefs at home, Marisburg, ngema calculator now, man. If you see win a
How was the dressing room like after that Hans Funk era, the era that he led?
It
cost you guys so much.
We had champagne, and even Namatishita Bali were champions. Yes, that's the sad part.
So my keepers is really moved.
We put them in the fire. Of course, how will you parade that, dude? How will you parade that? So. Yes, that's so for me.
That's my champagne I celebrate.
Yeah, Ubani Clayton Daniels why put any stress. Seriously, instead of we put in front of camera, stress. Seriously, that was not nice. We are talking our stories though. That was not a nice feeling. It was Tina obviously. Inside you already, it's like it's my first time to be in South Africa, still finding my feet and winning the league. It was special. So I think that was my time. In the dressing room things were good, and the good thing about Fope Dihani, he was dealing with a smaller squad. We were 23, including goalkeepers.
Really?
Yes, we were 23.
So 20 players.
20 players, 3 goalkeepers. So you can see that. It's easier because everybody understood their role. Everybody got quality session. So whereby if you're not in, and if you're not in, the next player takes the stick going forward. It was crystal clear.
But how different was the conditioning? Because it's not the first time I hear a coach that deals with a smaller squad. For example, Liverpool this season, they also had a very small squad. But dealing with injuries and all those things, how were you guys conditioned during that time?
Yes, sports science, they know. They work hand in hand with the coach. This is my philosophy. This is exactly what I need to my players, the fitness level to be. So they work towards that time and again. So we never had a serious injury. We never had any injury because the backup was also the academy. So from there, because of the conditioning was good, not like there was no injury here and there, 1 week, 2 weeks was good. Even the Baxter era, we were 25, 26. Sure. At Chiefs, the one who won all those trophies. Yeah. So it worked hand in hand because fitness coach, he will say, Coach, I think you overlapping your session with 6 minutes. Yeah. He cuts.
Sure.
You understand? Because he knows they're working hand in hand. And by that time, that's where technology was start coming to football. You have a watch and a laptop. When you hit red, they say stop because you are pushing in a certain direction. You want to achieve what you want to achieve. Sure. So it was working hand in hand with sports science.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, that's very interesting. I don't know, Skipper, if you guys had the same thing because I've seen a lot for Pirates. You guys wear these.
This is something.
These bibs.
This is something.
No, it was the same thing. It was the same thing. It's, I think the technology by Kalumge, and that's when you're not training too much. I'm a person who loves to train. But they will tell you, the fitness coach will tell you, say, happy, good rate, man, sure. You need to go up. And sometimes you find yourself, you're still enjoying the training.
Sure.
You're still enjoying the training, never selling 20 minutes. But because of when, as a right back, I was running too much up and down. So when it ticks red, they tell you, happy, go and stretch now.
Sure.
You've achieved the goal of today.
Sure.
Because in a day, I think, as a player, you need to achieve 5, 6, or 7.
Yes, it's a session, yeah.
A session.
A session,
At
yeah.
least you push, because if you compile the whole week,
With the whole week, yeah.
you know that
You're ready.
You are fit for the game.
You're ready.
No, I
And
hear you.
after that, sports science, it goes now. You never bend much at training, but come game, you'll be actually going up and down because
You can do 12 kilometers
you
or
know
13
yeah,
kilometers
because
per day.
that's how you manage it. Because the minute you keep on going the extra 20 minutes for 5 days, you know how many kilometers you did, so you are risk to injuries.
Yeah, sure.
You know, so they find a way to
they
maintain.
recover,
Yes, so it's sports science. As much as we as players, we need to go more, but it's also helping us not to be vulnerable.
But you know, as old people, we used to run in the street for a long time. This now, my scientists, this now.
Road work.
Yeah, we used to run. I mean,
For sure, in the mountains.
In the mountains, you need to run.
I'm telling you.
20 kilometers, because I'm not stopwatch or I'm not watch.
Sure, you just keep going until you're tired.
Until you're tired. You know, skule kanjalo.
Sure,
Noma
sure.
singathi skule kanjalo. And it makes us stronger each and every day. You know.
That's why you survived the 12 seasons.
Yeah.
Because of that.
You are strong.
You're strong. It's not
So
a fluke.
it pays kahle actually siyenzi, you know.
Sure.
Siyenzi because nama injury akabi maningi kakhulu, because you strengthen up your muscle to such a way that even if banga overload,
Sure.
you can still survive.
I hear you. I want to come to sticking with Ajax. There's a certain player that made a big name for himself during that time.
Me. Oh, okay. Now it's fine. You can continue.
Khama Billiat.
But now I think the Chiefs will take a coin.
But he says Chiefs saw him
Oh,
at
it was
national
mistake.
team. Yeah, he saw him at national team. But Khama, I mean, you guys didn't know each other from back home. You said you met him for the first time here. Having trained with Khama Billiat, having played with him and seeing what he was able to do on the field, how do you perceive the career that he has had? I mean, he went on to Sundowns to do big things, went on to Chiefs, went so great, but I'm pretty sure there was a level of expectation that you would have had for him, having seen how good he was on the field.
Obviously, you know, Khama is a talent whereby it takes time to find it again, especially in our country. He was special. You could see from the day one that there's something special. And the coach at Ajax by then, he believed in him. And nobody from the team, they don't know he was, because he wasn't that strong. He was a tiny little boy. But his first touch was good. You could see that there's something. Yes, we wanted him to achieve more than that. But at the same time, you know, God has his own way of planning things. But from what I've seen and what I've achieved, it's not something you're gonna just undermine. Though we wanted more, but you know, he achieved a lot. You know, putting a star on Sundowns, winning Player of the Season, and he was shortlisted in African Player of the Season. So, as much as we wanted more, but he did very well for his career. But for me, it's one player I rate very high. And from day one, I've seen it. I never doubted him. At some point, he doubted himself. But I told him, like, you know what, you're a good player. Because sometimes, you know, good players, when they're going through moments, bad moments, they start doubting themselves. They need that love. They need somebody to remind how good they are. So it's not Messi and Ronaldo when they hit a bad moment, because their mentality is elite. They never lose focus until they regain the sharpness again. So here, maybe because of the resources they have to hire the best psychologists, whatever. But Khama was something special for us, and he had, what he achieved is second to none. And he went back home now to try to redeem the game in Zimbabwean league, and he's doing it well. And everybody is the face for Zimbabwean football at the moment. We know the age is not on his side, but his appearance is also going to rub into the next generation who grew up knowing that I want to be like Khama Billiat.
Nah, that's lovely, because we saw him, you know, leaving Kaizer Chiefs, and it seemed like he would get a move to Super Sport, and all of these things, but then he ended up going back, to Zim. And I think the way that you've put it out there to say that he actually went back to Zim to shed a light on the game and to improve the game itself, I think it's a selfless thing to do, as a Khama Billiat, because he could have went anywhere else, but he decided to go back home, I think that's a great thing. But you signed for Chiefs, have a great time at Kaizer Chiefs, and towards, I think, you won some trophies at Kaizer Chiefs, and that's one of the things that is important as a Kaizer Chiefs player, to say, I've won this, I've won that, I've won this. But there was a testing period for you at Chiefs, and I think most specifically the bio bubble. The season when you guys lost the league, on the last day of the season. I think maybe let me start with Skipper to understand how it felt like to play in the bio bubble, because every weekend, kuna masapota, and it's all nice. All of a sudden, poof, no fans.
And Vitazi Pavoli is fully says in easy. There's no expectation with him shoving his hands in. I remember when there was COVID-19 came, obviously we are shocked. It's a disease that we don't know. We have to stay home. First of all, we have to stay home. We don't have to go out. So order online, man.
Sure.
Yes.
The food, everything is online.
It's for the first time.
You're starting to train at home.
Yes.
With the Zoom
Nama
session.
Zoom session.
With a Zoom session.
Yeah.
Also,
It was typical because it was tough because
It was
Zoom you
tough.
put yourself in the screen or your phone.
Yeah.
The fitness coaches say
Is watching.
follow what we are
Yeah.
doing.
Sure.
It was something totally new.
It was new. Phela can't manje abantu sebakhona ukujima ezindlini.
sure.
Like they taking serious ukuthi I can build my gym in the house.
But then it wasn't the thought, yeah.
That time there was a few that have a gym in the house.
Yes.
But now at least umuntu sekakwazi ukorder ama dumbbells abeke endlini get in your yard, do something 1 hour 30 minutes and be okay. Isifundise leyo nto leyo. And
Sure.
when they open up and starting to play, sihlala kubhabulini for I think it was 2 months.
Where were you guys staying exactly? What was the dynamics around that?
They will allocate each and every team in the hotel.
Okay.
Because it was based Pretoria and
At Dobsonville as well, I remember.
Dobsonville,
Yes.
Joburg.
Yes.
So all teams will come reside in Gauteng and play.
Okay.
So abasele namagame maybe nabantu basePitori at least bababeka near. Yabona sibe singabe far away for each other. All the teams singabe far away
Yeah.
for each other. And you get to play in an empty stadium. When you used to
Sure.
Bengathi you're in the training session, you're playing a friendly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the keeper you can hear, the coach umuzwa kahle.
Sure.
Normally,
Ukuthuka kahle manje.
sometimes phela bakudlala kune noise.
Sure.
Like the coach sometimes we ignore that.
Sure.
Like it does.
Idabi, yeah.
Like it does.
Sure.
We don't hear each other.
Okay.
It just need to be aside all the time. Like
Sure.
hlezi ukuthi aside yakho uyabheka ukuthi ubani wenzani. Bakathi uyamkhomba hey move so. Hey,
Sure,
yabo,
sure.
aside is the one that plays a role in the derby. So when comes the derby now, empty stadium.
Yeah.
Ngizokwathana bakangithuka.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, ulapha. Hey man, happy.
Yes.
Sure.
So actually it was difficult, but it's an experience. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
How was it, Willard? Because if I remember well, under Coach Ernst Benendorp at the time, you guys were doing extremely well leading up to the bio bubble. You guys were top of the table. They were top of the table. They were clear. I just don't recall how many points you guys were clear
They were
with.
in top of the table.
Why were you guys top of the table, Willard?
We were the best team for that particular
How?
season.
So
Until
why were they
now.
top of the table?
Listen, we beat them.
Oh,
My favorite people. we beat them. Listen, we beat them in 1 week twice.
Sure.
Bazosibiza namagama bathi violent.
I'm a national.
We beat them.
Sure.
Yes, before the bio bubble. I can echo what Skipper is saying. Everything changes. Lifestyle changes. We never even one day imagine that life is going to change to that direction.
Sure.
Football, we always play where Kaizer Chiefs, Pirates, whatever play. There's always 5,000, 10,000 plus.
Sure.
A derby now we play. So it was something new. So I think when we stop for 6 months, 8 months, skipper, you know how it is. How does your body feel when you stop training for a week? You're not injured. You feel like there's something missing in you, right?
Yeah.
So imagine stopping for 6 months. If I'm not mistaken, this is 6 months, right? Four
It was
months.
about 4 months.
4 months.
It was about 4
You're not playing football. You're not injured. You're not wild. So it was totally difficult. Psychologically, trust me, people might say, Chiefs is useless, our team is useless, they lost the league last day.
Sure.
Trust me, in that bubble, we learned a lot about life. We learned a lot about football.
Sure.
No team was playing well. It was starting like... No team was playing. We're starting... Even your Sundowns, they won. Yes, they won it from that day, but they lost to Baroka, if I'm not mistaken, because the rhythm of every team
was broken. Yeah.
Yes, and us also. When you are to say that there are many contributing factors for us to talk about how we end up losing and we're buzzing, you know. That's the thing I don't want to talk about, but now I need to try to give a little bit of insight so that people can also understand. We're talking about psychologically. We were not expecting this COVID-19. Secondly, our key player, playmaker,
George,
he left us.
Sure. Was that a big thing? Because fans see it like that. Fans do see that George Maluleke was bulalile because he left. Yeah, he left mid-season.
He left mid-season. You know, it was prior to that bubble. Then we signed a pre-contract. Then you lose your key player. You lose your key player at the wrong time. Imagine he was one of the leaders in the team. You are discomforting the whole group because we'll be like, this is our player. You know when you guys, when you win your treble back to back, you can sleep and say Pirates is so. Yes, there's an injury here and there or a suspension, but the core is there, right?
Even if it doesn't play, but the weight.
He's there, and the dressing room is there. So imagine from that time, skipper happy decide to jump the ship. You know, the confidence you give to the group, we start doubting ourselves. But we were going well. It's the end of the season, we accept. Middle of the season, you know, and we are at the verge of winning something after a long time. So it also contributed to the extent of his move. I don't blame the player. I don't blame the club because contract is for two parties. But it's also contributed to that. And also, when it's not your time of winning, no matter how good it is, we were driving force. COVID came. It wasn't meant to be our year. If I'm to look into that way, then after that, okay, we are buzzing. Last 20 minutes, a shortest guy had the ball. You know, yes, you understand. It's something which is going to happen when you feel like it's not your time. It's not your time. Look at, we've seen it in Europe, where Real Madrid were counted as the weakest team against Man City. Yeah. But they redeemed themselves, they win. And they won the Champions League. So, as much as, yes, correct. So, it's not your time, no matter how much you are sharpening your swords, it might miss the target. So, for me, it was painful. I don't want to lie, and we never forgive ourselves for that, because I still remember that time, you know, we were getting back to we were getting back to the hotel. Everybody was so disappointed. It was a bad feeling. I don't want to experience that. It was a bad feeling, trust me. It was the second time at Ajax, and now again. No, it's third, because there's a time Sanders took again in front of us.
What do you say to the players at that time? Because you've experienced the same situation with Ajax, and now it happened with Chiefs. What are you saying to the guys for the next season? What's going to help you next season?
You see, that's exactly because the experience I have and the hardship I've enjoyed. You tell them, like, let's keep improving, and the consistency is key. So that in case of breakdown, you need a better cushion. You need to be at least 4, 5, 6 steps ahead, so that when a rough patch comes, you have a cushion. And like I said, I sat down the younger boys in Casablanca prior to Champions League final. This is the moment you've been dying for. Every kid in Africa, they dream of playing this kind of a game, which is a cup final, Champions League cup final. Give us your best. You'll be remembered. Don't forget that tomorrow you use it. I wanted also to play this game at the age of 21, 23. Sure. But God present this opportunity for you. Break your neck, die inside the field. You know, Bafana Bangani, they said, man, that's so cool, the system. Sure. My friend, system will kick you out one day. But if the system kicks you out, you're holding a medal. Don't be mad at the system, because system is kicking you out. The system is bringing somebody new. Sure. You know, so it's a circle. It's a circle. So
one of the quotes that Mr. Koza said to me one day. He told me to say, "Live the moment."
Live the moment.
Yes.
One of the quotes that I always remember: "Live the moment." You know, don't say I'm gonna get another opportunity. Sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
You might not get it.
You might not get it.
I can
might not get it.
Use that chance you get now.
I can echo what Skipper saying.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Even Dr. Ivan Koza says it to him. Even today, I play and they use it the same statement to people. Like he says something powerful. He says success goes through circles. So if it's on you, make use of it. Tomorrow you might not have it. Sure. That's exactly what he says. So trust me, it's true. So we tell them, like, let's do this so that we're gonna be remembered as those guys who bring this
did it. Yeah.
You know. So it's always like that. To come back to what Skipper's point says, like, how do you motivate? Because past with the experience, we can only tell them and relate the moments, and them also, maybe it's an experience for them to use to the other generation which is going to come. But trust me, we try to use it, and it also makes me a stronger person character-wise, because if you overcome this and try to come back and try to work harder, because that's the season we come back without allowing to sign players, and you go all the way to the Champions League final. I think we played our part in terms of that experience, and also the senior goals. By that time we were senior guys, to rub it into the younger ones. It's just that we couldn't cross the last part, but we did our best, regardless of we never signed anyone for that particular season. So I think it helped, and I hope they learn, because remember, we're not playing anymore. We just tell them, and maybe they're also going to rub it to the younger ones to do well. Maybe they did it since the team won the Nedbank, because that experience built your character.
Yeah. You know, we're about to close it up, and I love the fact that you're chatting about CAF. The final that you guys played was the only final in recent years that didn't have a first and second leg. You guys only played one leg. Do you feel if you guys had that opportunity to play home and away, perhaps maybe there would have been a different outcome to the final? Because it happened with the semi-finals with Willard, you know, where you guys won here and you went away. Do you think maybe it would have been different if you guys had that opportunity?
But Skipper is laughing.
Why is he laughing?
Before it was going to be different.
I know it's going to be different, and it's going to be more difficult.
Yes, it was going to be different. You might lose there and come here do something different. Because trust me, if I look at Ali, they beat us 3-0 second half. We already had the red card. You know, prior to the game, we prepared where they wanna be, and you put them in the trap, and they fall into the trap. But that decision changed the whole complexion of the game. And imagine that decision didn't happen, and already maybe second leg, we will play with even numbers. We're going to compete. We don't know the result, but we're going to compete, because we played with Willard. Willard were posing more threat than Ali in the final, because I played both legs home and away. We suffered. But with Ali, it was playable. So, not like they beat him. Remember, they're African champions, but not by mistake. And you know, Coach Piso knew South African football, so he planned also, you know, to execute his game plan. But I feel like it was going to be a different ball game if it was two legs. Boss Mboka,
thank you so much for dining with us. Skipper, thank you so much for bringing this legend to the table.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, no. Dealer, because time is not on our side. This man needs to go and train some, future legends of South African football. Yeah. So no, thank you so much for stopping by, Willard, and we hope to see you very soon and keep doing what you're doing for the kids.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Inspiring, my brother.
Thank you very much, Skippers. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Bafethu siyabonga emakhaya, Cela niqhubeke bafethu ni view, ni comment nenze yonke into. Leyazi iDiski Dine siyadine. We're dining all the time with players, legends. Everyone was ibhola.
Yeah. Steiner now. And it's alright. It's alright. Nah, thank you so much. Make sure to like, subscribe, and continue commenting, as the skipper said, because that's the only thing that makes us to be able to bring such legends to the table. So thank you so much. Peace out.